Hola, and welcome back to Hola Clarita. In our last lesson, Carlos successfully found his luggage at baggage claim. Now it's time for the next step of his journey. Carlos has arrived at his hotel and needs to check in. To do that, he'll need to greet the receptionist, introduce himself, confirm his reservation, and understand a few polite hotel phrases. Today, you'll learn some of the most common greetings in Spanish, how to introduce yourself, when to use polite language, and how to say, I have a reservation. Let's head inside. Carlos walks through the front doors of his hotel. The lobby is busy. Guests are checking in. The receptionist smiles and welcomes visitors as they arrive. Carlos takes a deep breath. This is his first real conversation in Spanish.
Let's start with some useful greetings. Our first greeting is Hola. Hola means hello. Listen once more. Hola. Excellent. Next, Buenos días. Buenos días means good morning. Listen once more. Buenos días. Very good. Next, Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes means good afternoon. Listen once more. Buenas tardes. Excellent. One more. Mucho gusto. Mucho gusto means nice to meet you. Listen once more. Mucho gusto. Great job. Now let's learn how to introduce yourself. A very common phrase is Me llamo Carlos. This means my name is Carlos. Listen once more. Me llamo Carlos. You can replace Carlos with your own name. For example, Me llamo Sara. Me llamo David. Me llamo Emma. Pause the video and introduce yourself. Great job.
Now, let's learn something important. Spanish has different ways of speaking depending on the situation. Two important words are tú and usted. Tú is informal. You use it with friends, family, people your own age, or people you know well. Usted is formal and polite. You use it with strangers, hotel staff, customers, professionals, or people you want to speak to respectfully. Since Carlos is speaking to a hotel receptionist he doesn't know, polite language is the safest choice. You may not always hear the word usted directly, but the polite style appears in phrases like ¿Cómo se llama? And ¿Tiene una reserva? Let's learn a few useful hotel words and phrases. Reserva, reservation. Excellent. Tengo una reserva. I have a reservation. Very good. Habitación, room. Excellent. Llave, key. Great job. Carlos walks up to the reception desk. Let's listen carefully.
Buenas tardes. Bienvenido.
Hola,
¿Cómo se llama?
me llamo Carlos.
Mucho gusto, Carlos. ¿Tiene una reserva?
Sí, tengo una reserva.
Perfecto. Su habitación está lista.
Gracias.
Y aquí tiene su llave.
Muchas gracias.
De nada. Que tenga una buena estancia.
Success. Carlos has checked into his hotel. He understood the receptionist. He introduced himself. He confirmed his reservation. And he received his room key. Not bad for someone who's only 3 lessons into learning Spanish.
Wow, I actually understood parts of that conversation.
Exactly, Carlos. That's how language learning works. Every lesson adds a few more pieces to the puzzle. Let's review today's vocabulary and phrases. Hola, hello. Buenos días, good morning. Buenas tardes, good afternoon. Mucho gusto, nice to meet you. Me llamo Carlos. My name is Carlos. Tengo una reserva. I have a reservation. Reserva, reservation. Habitación, room. Llave, key. Today's politeness focus. Tú is informal. Usted is formal and polite. When speaking with hotel staff, strangers, or professionals, polite language is usually a good choice. And most importantly, you helped Carlos successfully check in to his hotel. Fantastic work! Congratulations! You just completed Lesson 3 of your Spanish journey. Today, you learned greetings, introductions, useful hotel check-in phrases, and when to use polite language. Carlos has now arrived at his hotel and settled in successfully. In our next lesson, we'll learn the verb ser while helping Carlos answer questions about who he is and where he's from. If you're enjoying the series, subscribe and continue learning with Hola Clarita. Gracias por aprender conmigo. Hasta la próxima.